Chicago, I feel it. Another version of me. I was in it. Oh, I waved goodbye to the end of beginning. I love you, but I don't really show you.
Good afternoon to our lovely viewers today. Welcome to the second adventure of Cassiopeia into the cosmos of social media for the second episode of our one and only Teens and Screen series. It's been a while since our first adventure. Baka nalimutan nyo na kami. Kaya allow us to introduce ourselves once more. Again, we are Cassiopeia, a group of grade 10 students from different branches of Apex Schools. My name is Trisha and I am the facilitator and your main host for today's adventure. Together with me is my team.
Hello everyone, I am Precious, the scribe of Cassiopeia.
Hello everyone, my name is Meg. I'm also one of the scribes of Cassiopeia.
What's up, everyone? Francis here, spokesperson of Cassiopeia.
Jane here, also a spokesperson of Cassiopeia.
My name is Robin, and I am also a member of Cassiopeia.
There, so now that we introduce ourselves, let's go back in time and take a peek at what happened during the first adventure.
So during the first adventure, we went to 5 different destinations. First, we had the first round of our Would You Rather segment, and then we moved on to our first topic, which discussed what social media is and the history of social media throughout the many years.
Right after that, we had the second and last round of our Would You Rather segment and discussed the second topic of Cassiopeia, which tackles the impacts and influence of social media to teens in both personal and academic perspectives.
Lastly, we had our last 2 segments, which are definitely one of the most humorous parts of our adventure. First, we had the social media browsing, where we reacted to numerous posts from Twitter and Reddit, and the last segment was the 2023 recap, where we ran through highlights of each month for the year 2023.
With that being said, let's talk about our destinations for today's adventure. First off, we will be going to our first topic where we will talk more about social media influence in detail.
To wrap up our main topics is the second topic where we'll be sharing advice and tips that we recommend to all of you. After having the topics discussed, we will move on to our next fun destination, which are the anticipated segments, the cashier reacts and the cashier route.
Let's begin our journey with knowing more about the influence of social media to teens nowadays and also the importance of having knowledge and understanding towards this topic.
Nowadays, it's pretty much obvious that social media is widely used by everyone for whatever purpose it may be or and whatever their age is. For instance, elderly people and even babies and toddlers nowadays have their own Facebook accounts that they use to share photos, videos, and life updates to the public view.
Other than that, people also use social media for business purposes, such as advertising products, gaining customers, as well as for communication between business owners and their customers.
On the other hand, from the students' and educators' perspective, they use it for communication, entertainment, as well as in using social media as an instrument in spreading info, knowledge, and news to fellow students, educators, and other people as well.
With that being said, let us look at different points of views of numerous credible studies that focus on explaining the influence of social media to preteens and teens in both academic and personal perspectives of life in today's time. Starting with the negative influence of social media to preteens and teens in general, according to our Kumares in Australian Parenting, social media will always and forever have its positive and negative impacts on children and teens both directly and indirectly. Now you might ask, anong sinasabi nitong direct and indirect influences? Either way, they're both influences naman. Well, yes, you are correct that they're both influences. However, as social media users, we must make ourselves aware of what exactly are the things that directly and indirectly influences us negatively to protect ourselves and as well as to improve our online etiquette and practices.
That is right, especially since indirect influences cannot be easily noticed, unlike direct influences. For instance, we can all agree that advertisements or the so called ads are literally everywhere. Even platforms or websites that say they don't have ads do have hundreds of ads. These ads can be considered as direct influence, as the goal of those advertisements is to persuade. And these said ads may contain illegal or even explicit content that is a very bad influence on both children and teens.
On the contrary, indirect influence can be observed through the pervasive usage of children and teens of social media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other more platforms, as these said platforms may often contain imagery of violence, coarse language, and sexual explicitness that are exposed and can be accessed by young individuals who use social media due to the very lenient security and filter systems of several platforms.
Besides from the studies of our parents from Australia, our experts from Mayo Clinic synthesized that the social media has emerged in shaping economics and financial status of individuals. It became one of the platforms in generating income, in which we refer as influencers or content creators, that also contributed over considerable influence over attitude, beliefs, behavior, and set of standards. Mindset, health and physical appearance that should be normalized by the society for teens to fit in.
As a result, teenagers may experience feelings of inadequacy and exclusion from society as for not meeting the standards. This may soon lead to self isolation, anxiety, depression, and loss of self esteem. Moreover, social media usage can also give rise to issues such as cyberbullying, oversharing of info, and identity theft, and others.
On the academic side, social media has negatively influenced high school students. According to the College of William and Mary, not only do students are impacted by this, but as well as some educators who nowadays tend to assume that students already have the full ability and understanding because of their social media usage.
Due to these false practices of some educators, it failed to provide the necessary resources, knowledge, and guidance to maximize full learning, understanding, and opportunities for the students. On the students' end, social media has increasingly become a huge factor of distraction due to large amount of time spent in using social media. As an obvious result, students are unable to focus on learning and do valuable tasks.
Yes, to that. We can also add here the fact that one of the colleges here in the Philippines, St. Paul College in Bulacan, reported that due to the open and wide usage of and manipulation of social media led to a leak of answers to test, activities, and other academic requirements that students used as an instrument for cheating, bearing fruit to a compromised and dishonest academic experience.
Well, yeah, but that's But on the bright side, social media still has its positive influence on preteens and teens. According to our experts from Mayo Clinic, the rampant increase in social media usage has given a capacity for people to connect with each other in the most efficient way. I mean, that's not the only good news, as teenagers now have the capability to establish online individualism, communicate with others, and create a profound and inviting space for socializing.
And additionally, social media has also revolutionized the entertainment of humanity in today's time, which also opened doors to efficient access to self expression and new opportunities that are freely accessible in many social media platforms, exposing teens to events that allow them to interact with other people around the globe.
On the academic angle, social media also has its positive influence, especially with the COVID-19 pandemic forcing everyone to adapt to a new normal. New educational environments were also established. A great example is the online classes. With the use of social media platforms such as YouTube, Messenger, and Google Workspace, students were able to adapt and study efficiently.
In line with this, various social media platforms used for academic purposes revolutionized communication and collaboration that help students to become more sociable, collaborative, learn from fellow students, and make communication much more efficient for both students and educators. Lastly, the efficiency of social media also provides great help for educators to improve their teaching skills, interaction, and connection between them and the students.
There you have it, folks. Those are the social media influences in both general and academic aspects that are supported by various studies around the world. Now, since we're halfway done with our topics for today, join us as we travel to another destination and navigate social media wellness for teens and students specifically. Currently, we're looking into thoughtful ways for maintaining a happy relationship with social media while prioritizing mental health. Now, let's get started.
One important topic we studied was procrastination and how it affects academic achievement. We proposed developing an attitude of prioritizing critical things. Setting goals and making a daily to-do list can help students remain focused and productive.
Absolutely. And to avoid distractions, we recommend putting social media gadgets away or in another room while studying. Setting time restrictions or using alarms might also help you keep track of your social media usage.
Moving on to the topic of social media addiction and isolation, we urge students to consider reducing screen time gradually. Hobbies, outdoor sports, or simply going for a stroll can provide an important break from the digital world while also encouraging physical connections.
Online safety is really important. We highly warn against interacting with strangers online and oversharing personal details. Being mindful of digital footprints and understanding the risks connected with revealing too much online is critical for online safety.
Another important aspect is maintaining a healthy mindset while using social media. It's important to remember that not everything on social media is real, and comparison can lead to unnecessary pressure and anxiety. Developing a mindset that prioritizes personal development and avoids making comparisons for organized social media content will help you to have better mental attitude.
Well, we have really good insights here today. With that, let us encourage our teen students, even ourselves as individuals, to approach social media with mindfulness, prioritize well being, and apply these tactics to create a positive digital experience. Alright, so we are done discussing our topics. We hope you learned something from them. So, what's the next destination na nga ba?
I know, right? Ano nga ba yung next destination natin? I heard it's something funny daw.
Parang parang chismis siya. Exciting, di ba?
Yeah, it's exciting. I hope so. But what do you guys think is our next destination? What does chat think?
And so, does any of you guys know where we will go next? If you do, just chat them in the live chat. Ala, I think they forgot na our next destination. Paano yan? Naliligaw na tayo.
All kidding aside, our next donation and first special segment is the Casio React segment, where we will be reacting to various short clip street interviews that we have gathered from both YouTube and TikTok and answer a few questions in line with the videos that we have gathered.
Exactly. Before we start, we would also like to clarify that we do not in that the pursuit of this segment of ours is to only share our perspectives towards the given question, and it is not our intention to harm nor offend anyone at all. Thank you for understanding. Now, without further ado, let us begin with our first videos.
I'll give you $1 if you can name any continent.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what continent. If I did, I would say it.
What century are we in? 20. Yes. If you're driving 60 miles an hour and you drive for 1 hour, how far do you end up traveling?
I don't know. I'm not good at math. 2 hours?
Justin here, and today we're in the beautiful Times Square in New York City, doing a collab with Fleckus Talks. We're just gonna go around and ask people see if they know anything at all. Can you name the continents?
What the? No. It's like, isn't it like Alaska? I got it right. You see Alaska. New Jersey? Alaska. You see Alaska.
So you got Alaska, New Jersey.
Hawaii?
Yes. What's Obama's last name? Wait. The President Obama. What's his last name? Just say it. I don't. Say it. Say it.
Obama. What is his last name?
I'm asking you. Just say it. First thing.
Last name? What his first name? I don't know. What is his last name?
What's 6 times 7?
6 times 7?
Yeah.
48.
What does YES spell?
Y-E-S? Y-E-S. I don't know. What? You'd say.
I
What does
genuinely find their
YES
lack of
spell?
knowledge concerning.
West, right? West?
7 times 6?
6 times 7.
48. Chop.
Yes. I'll give you $1 if you can name a single continent.
Yes.
That's it, right?
Oh wait, is that the end?
I mean, okay,
Yes,
so
it's the end.
so I've kind of been to New York, just around the subways, and I mean, I can tell you, I'm kinda sure on this.
Grabe, we have we have proof from Francis. Now, let's proceed to the next video before we ask the questions.
Do you know how many stars there are on the US flag?
52?
Yes. What state is Utah in?
Michigan?
Yes. Do you know what state Utah is in?
Utah, to be honest with you, I never heard of that place ever in my life. I live under a rock.
Can you name 3 countries besides the US?
I suck at history. That was like my worst subject. Can we do like science?
No, no. Any 3. Any 3, you know this.
Country? Country. Wait, besides the US?
Yeah. Alright, fine. Do you know how many dimes there are in the dollar? Make up $1.
A dime is the 10 cent or the 5 cent?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Name 3 countries besides the USA.
Yeah.
Any 3, you know this.
Canada? New Mexico. Right? That's good?
Yeah.
Damn, I need one more. Damn.
Yeah, so you got Canada, New Mexico, and what?
Ew. I need to go back to school.
Do you know how many states there are in total? In the US?
100.
How many continents are there?
3.
Continents?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know what 2 countries border the US?
Border.
Yeah, like on the border.
The only border I know is Puerto Rico and Mexico.
Well, I
Yes.
You got one right.
Alright.
If I'm being honest, I cannot entirely blame them.
Sige, let's try the challenge nga, paunahan kayo. Name 3 countries in Europe.
United
And
Kingdom,
wait.
France, and
Oh dear.
Spain.
How about in Asia?
China, Japan,
Philippines.
India.
Indonesia, and oh my god, Korea, South Korea.
So about the girls? So sila precious.
Guys, may Philippines din, Asia din yun. Ay, tiyan.
Alright, sige. Let's proceed ulit sa next video. Then, we're gonna ask the questions.
Above the United States. Starts with a C.
California?
No, that's a state.
Oh, Canada.
There you go.
Yay.
All right, one more.
Washington D.C.
That's a state. Again. Alright, that is it. No, you did not win. I'm sorry. But 3 countries outside of the U.S. No. No? Okay. Name 3 countries.
There you go.
Mexico?
Yeah.
I think New Mexico.
Wait, what?
Can you guys name 3 countries that start with the letter K?
Kazakhstan. What? Korea.
I'll count it.
It starts with S.
Kenya. Oh my gosh.
Wow. You know, I'm impressed because I wouldn't be able to think that.
Ayan, okay. Now, we've watched the 3 videos which mostly ask about like geographical questions. Next slides, please. Let's have them on the question. So, how old do you think they are?
Oh.
So anyone can answer, or the
Anyone can answer naman.
I know, they look a little young, so maybe 25 to 35. I'm really bad at guessing ages.
early 20s.
I think some of them are in their 40s kasi. Like, they are Gen Z's tapos may 40s.
Yeah. Siguro like mga below 25 to teenage usually yung na-interview.
I
Ayan.
agree, yeah.
Yeah. Next question. What do you think is the reason they couldn't answer the simple questions? Ayan. Siguro let the idea of everyone. Let's start with Precious.
I think their lack of knowledge nga sa education. Like, haven't they studied it sa elementary?
Yeah, sige. Thank you for that. How about Meg?
For me, I think the one to blame is their education system. Parang, I've heard or I've seen arguments kasi on the internet na parang palagi yun yung bine-blame nila. So, I think baka yun yung reason talaga is their education system. Maybe something is lacking or something is not right.
Alright, sige. How about you, Francis? What do you think?
Short answer. They're in New York. Just kidding, just kidding. So, I don't know. Yeah, basically, it's their education system and their situations overall, I think. But yeah, that's on my end at least, or just presentation. I don't know, because when I get suddenly presented in a lot of people, my brain just freezes.
Yeah, sige. How about you, Robin?
Well, I believe I believe they consider their own lives to be living their life to be more important than learning about others. And that's it. People feel very selfish after all.
Okay, that's interesting. So, ayan. So yeah, I actually agreed, and I think it also has to do something with the education system. Although, we expected America to have like a good system because like America's a rich country and it's very much developed. Pero to see, no offense or anything, but to see these kinds of interviews, of course, makes us question, akit nga ba? Ayan. So let's continue with the next question. So, do you think their lack of knowledge has something to do with their age or generation? Since we notice nga na most of the interviewees are Gen Zs. So, any thoughts? Siguro, let's begin with Meg this time.
I don't really think it has something to do with the generations. I think every single generation that have passed, parang wala namang generation na lahat ng tao is very smart. I think every single generation has some people na is not so educated. And I think umiingay lang yung notion that our generation are illiterate or not so smart because of social media. So, since a lot of us use social media, so parang mas umiingay yung notion na yun.
I see. I actually agree with that. So let's get naman the opinion of Precious.
I actually agree with Meg din.
Alright, so yeah. So I think all of us agrees naman that it doesn't have to do with our generation, Jen.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
it's more on the education nga siguro. Yes, go ahead, Francis.
I mean, you said most of their people on the video are in their 20s, right? Below. So, I don't know.
Yeah, 20s
I don't
below.
really like, based on the video, to answer the question, I don't think there's enough data yet. But, yeah. And it's like a few out of, a lot of Gen Zs are in America.
Yeah, so ayun. So let's look at other videos pa and see if maybe there's something good din naman on the interviews that we'll be viewing here today. Yeah, so next video please.
Name the capital of California. 2 countries within Oceania.
Okay, well that's Australia and New Zealand.
Let's do 4 countries in Africa.
Morocco, Tunisia, Egypt, and Libya.
Name 1 country that ends with the letter Q.
Iraq.
Name the capital of the Philippines.
Manila.
Please get that right. If you want, you can play double or nothing.
I'll take the double or nothing.
Name 3 countries that border Brazil.
Argentina, Peru, Bolivia.
It's 200 euros. Very well done. 80, and here's 20 euros for you.
Wow.
Yeah, well,
Sana
I'm
may
not.
makasalubong ng ganyan, no?
I hope not.
200 pounds, that's huge.
Feeling ko palaban si Trisha kung ganyan.
Grabe, ako naman namay. Ayan, pero syempre, what if merong biglang lumapit sa'yo, kunyari kumakain kayo sa Jollibee, tapos may lumapit sa inyo ganyan. Will you take the offer? Tapos,
Well,
katulad sa kanya, of course, may price din.
yeah, it's all or nothing, but that kind of question scares me. I'm bad
I
at
mean, wala
geography.
namang mawawala sa'yo.
Oo nga naman, di ba? Walang mawawala sa'yo if you try. What if manalo ka pa?
At least you've tried, di ba?
Oo nga, at
Yeah.
least you tried. You won't regret it.
Don't leave an
Good.
question blank.
Yeah, so let's answer the question naman. Why do you think the guy in in the video was impressed by her knowledge in geography? Sige, anyone who would like to answer?
Well, I don't know. I think because it's not just basic knowledge, like it's not simple, it's not just something you can remember. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed too.
I see. So how about the others naman?
Alright, wait lang. Let me just give a little bit of context on the video kasi I cut some part. So in the first part of the video, he asked kung saan siya galing and she mentioned that she's American. And then throughout the video, parang he was always so surprised when she got not every single question, pero most of the questions right. So yun.
Wow. So this is this is a lot more different than the first few videos which grabs and all.
Exactly.
Yeah, sige. Next question. Do you think it has something to do with her being an American? That she was able to answer most of the questions correctly?
Well, I think I don't know. It's like the least, the least part, or at least moderate. Maybe she's in some private school or something, but